Decently interesting week here, week 13 of the NFL. I'm Britt Smill. Welcome for joining in the FTB Sports. Through the table, we're going to cover the week in the NFL and bring in my guest here in a minute, Mr. Donnie Shoemaker. But we'll get ready to start this show. Hello and welcome. Week 13 of the NFL. Some things went according to plan, some things not so much. Teams getting back on track, a couple sealing their fate in the rest of the way the rest of the season goes. Now, of course, we welcome my wonderful co-host once again, Mr. Donnie Shoemaker. Donnie, my friend, how are you doing today?
Can you hear me? All right. How you doing, Brett? It's good to hear from you again. Thank you for
Uh,
having me on, and hello everybody in TV land.
Dude, I know TV land people. Week 13. Man, of course. Of course, the teams on the bye this week. We have the Titans. They were sitting at 8-4. They're going to be coming back facing Jacksonville. Panthers at 5-7. They were on their bye. Going to be playing Atlanta. The Browns. They were on a bye at 6-6. They'll be coming back for a division rivalry game against Baltimore, and then the Packers 9-3 coming off a bye will be playing Chicago. Um, so those were the teams on the bye. How do you enjoy this week of the NFL, man?
I'd like to say that it was awesome. It was the best week of football I've ever watched. But there were some good games, some nail biters. Shout out to Detroit for finally winning a game. But it was a
Shout
slow
out!
pace.
No, they ruined their season, bro.
What are you gonna do? You got to put one. You got to get. Look, it was almost
You
a whole year, like
gotta get
literally
one
almost a whole year. It was December 6th of last year before the last
right.
time they had won a game. But other than that, we had some bad losses that we'll talk about later. We'll get to, but in that sequence of events that happened. But hey, you know what? We'll get to it. Let's start talking about it.
Right. First, I mean, not a bad place to start. Well, Thursday night, I know Dallas, they're a big team, and I never talk about the Cowboys. Um, they have Thursday all to themselves. They go into New Orleans at 8-4, or coming out of this game, going to 8-4. Saints falling to 5-7. Cowboys win 27-17. Um, Mike McCarthy not on the sideline. We have Dan Quinn is interim for the week. Um, Cowboys go in there. They take care of business. But this is first time Sean Payton has lost 5 straight, which is
It's
I can't.
unfortunate.
The Saints losing 5 straight games is insane. But I mean, the facts are the facts. Um, but this game, I didn't find this impressive
No,
whatsoever, man. Like I know, well, I mean, I don't know because I really didn't see a whole lot, but I mean, I can't assume Cowboy fan is as bummed as I'm talking. They're probably sitting behind their keyboards and their breath being like, what? We won. We beat the Saints. We're sitting at 8-4, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, okay. I would probably say the same thing if you were talking about my team. So full disclosure there. But I found this game to be very, very unimpressive. Like, I
well,
don't think this means anything for Dallas. It doesn't prove anything to me. Cause and not to interrupt you and go on, but we're talking okay, Dallas is up. Dallas gets that touchdown to go up 20-10, right?
okay.
After that, New Orleans punts. Dallas punts. New Orleans punts. Dallas throws a pick. New Orleans throws a pick. Dallas punts. New Orleans throws a pick. Dallas punts. And then Dallas houses a pick six, which New Orleans scores a touchdown on their very next possession, which
Isn't that
and
how it
then
goes?
Dallas gets the ball and ends the game.
I didn't know we were having punting practice on Thursday. Basically, what you were telling
Apparently,
me.
right?
But hey, I know
So
it's been a while since you've heard it, but Whedon
it
boys is what
wasn't
everybody's saying out here.
it
You
wasn't
know,
impressive to me at all.
a
But
win's a win as
some of
far as Dallas is concerned. The Saints have been beat up. They have lost a lot of key players. They're struggling right now. It's not like they just somehow miraculously lost this game. No, they've been struggling for the last several games. Uh, and Dallas really has been playing a lot better than they have in recent years. They are pulling it back together. Yes, they didn't have their head coach. Do you think that's some of the reason why they struggle a little bit with it, or it's just their kind of style of play? It's a boom or bust.
I I mean I don't think that had zero impact on this game whatsoever. They were playing a beat up team, and you got a
I
10-point
know.
victory in which you let them score on their last possession anyway, and
Well, you felt bad for him. You got to give him
you
a little bit right at
exchanged
the end.
punts and field goals. So like I get they're going to run away with the East. I mean that nobody's doubting that, but I
The
mean
Eagles are looking pretty decent, though. I mean,
uh,
I know that Dallas is going to take it, but the Eagles are looking a little bit stronger than they have, and Washington just got McLaurin back, so maybe they'll turn that around. I believe they won this previous week.
right.
Um, that
But
being
just
said,
sticking with Dallas though. I mean, yeah, you got the win, needed to win, you got it. But it's nothing more than that.
I feel like
I
there's a little
I don't
bias in
think
your
so.
voice.
Am I hating?
Yeah, you're kind of dragging
Oh,
into the hate now,
okay,
but
okay. I'm dragging it to the hate now. That's fair, man. I'm not gonna argue with that.
it's okay. Everybody's got teams they don't like. If you lose
Right.
4 times to them in the Super Bowl, you probably wouldn't like them either.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's yeah.
No, but
All our Cowboy fans. There's Donnie for throwing things in. But I
um,
mean, the thing is though, with and I'm sure Dallas fan has to know this, but to do anything to go forward, Ezekiel Elliott has to be your most effective back,
true,
right?
true. Yeah,
It's been Pollard.
I know, which is crazy, right? But Zeke is good, man. I'm not saying
Oh,
he's
whoa, whoa,
not.
whoa, whoa! Don't put words into my mouth, man.
No, I didn't say he said he wasn't talented. I just think, it seems like he kind of goes through a little struggle, either if it's on field or off field the last couple of years. And I kind of feel like that's kind of playing into the morale of the team as a whole.
Because their best player isn't their best player.
He's supposed to be. He is really good. He's very talented. But you need more than just one guy to win a Super Bowl. Are they going to win the Super Bowl? Probably not. But
No, I don't even think Cowboy fan
they're going
thinks
to get
they're
a
going to win the
playoff
Super
game.
Bowl. Yes, and they always get a playoff game.
Not always, but
That's
more
a hater
times
in
than
me.
not.
That's a hater in me jumping out. I'm going to reference twice they went 13-3 and were one and done in the playoffs.
It's all right. It's all right.
Two different
E-
quarterbacks. One
Everybody's
of them's the
yeah,
current quarterback.
that's
But
true.
I mean, tip it off to Pollard. Like, I mean, is he the back you would want as your number one back? Sustain it over a full season. Is he that good? No, he's not. Ezekiel Elliott, he's the guy that's supposed to be that good, but they gave Pollard the ball 7 times, man. He had 70 yards on the ground with the touchdown.
I think
I know
the coach.
everybody can do the math.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
10 yards to carry.
I appreciate that. That little tidbit. No, but the coaching staff's always really liked him. Yeah, I'm not saying they haven't liked Zeke, but it seems like as far as like morale and like team initiative and team care, Pollard has it, whereas Zeke. So it's back and forth. Which one do you want? Which one do you think's more important?
But you don't scheme your blocking, your run
Okay,
blocking, and you don't scheme your plays on your number two running back.
maybe you do
All your
if it
blocking
works.
schemes and all your play calling is based off your number one running back, which is Ezekiel Elliott, carries the ball 13 times, doesn't even have 50 yards on the ground.
Is that because you think it's because they don't view him as a threat as so much as a threat as they view Zeke, so they're more apt to do those plays that are going to stop the run.
And so when
So
they
when
do a
Pollard,
lot of
yeah,
audibling, and the defense will call the play differently if Zeke's not in the backfield. That's a fair point. Actually, that is a
I
very,
mean,
very the play calling will be different. If you don't see Zeke back there, you probably will go with a more pass protecting defense than you would if Zeke is back there. So that is fair. Did I lose you, Don? All right. Looks like I lost Donnie. All right. So, I mean, that that's Dallas. Um, we're um after that, we had the Giants Dolphins kickoff. Dolphins go to 6-7 after running on the uh running on the Giants. Oh, hold on, sorry, man. There we go.
okay, sorry
Okay,
about
sorry.
that.
Okay.
Don't you hate the internet?
Oh man, love the internet. The
No, we
internet's
rely
the
on.
greatest thing in the world. No, just went on. I thought. I mean that's a good wrap. That's a wrap up for the Cowboys and Saints. I
Yeah, you can
mean,
only talk about the Cowboys so much. Sorry, Texas. I'm not trying to
yeah.
hate on you. They're the
I
best
mean,
team in Texas.
my dad right here. My dad. Texas connection. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about Texas teams and Texas schools. Right? They're all like,
What?
well, at least Texas won.
Yeah,
No,
you
man.
got to represent.
No, no. It's your team
Yeah.
or nobody. You don't care.
Okay, Britt.
Uh,
You've been gone from Texas too long, bro.
oh, all right. Dolphins. I was saying they go to 6-7 after they take care of the
Yeah.
Giants 20-9. I don't think there's much surprise in this, except for we all knew the Giants were bad. Like I actually think the Giants are worse than Detroit.
They've had an interception in
Like,
every game, though, the Giants.
oh,
That's
okay.
impressive. I know that
Is it?
doesn't make
Is
it.
it?
Yeah. When you think about the Giants, is it? Is it? Hater, dude. I'm just playing, but like I think Miami's defense is really picking up. I mean, there's the reason
Oh,
that's
oh,
pushing this team forward.
okay.
Was like
This
five
is
victories in
fair
a row.
because Miami starts the season off at 1-7, and I hate the teams in my division, man. I hate the Dolphins. I hate the Jets. I have a different word for the Patriots. Not
Winners? Is
even the
that the
Patriots.
word?
That team from Boston. The efforts from Boston.
Okay,
That's
okay.
who they are.
From
No,
Boston.
from Boston. But Miami starts this year off 1-7. So we'll do a little tip of the hat right here.
No,
Starts off at
definitely,
one and
definitely.
seven. They won 5 straight games. And I say this a lot of times when people are saying, "Hey, you only played this team. Who cares that you won?" You don't make the schedule. You only play the team that is scheduled and put in front of you.
Definitely. Don't
Yeah,
you
the
hate that
Giants are
though?
bad,
Like, because you
but
get these primetime games like on Thursday that are just like complete wash, and you're
no,
like,
it's
dang it,
no, it's because these people up in the office buildings are like, "Hey, this will be a cool game," and they
it should
don't
have
pick
been. Yeah.
Dolphins Giants. This was a
No,
game.
no, I'm talking about Saints Cowboys.
Oh
You know,
no, we all knew the Saints were rubbish, dude.
just for the last couple games, they have been winning. They're just banged up.
5-7. Last couple games, they were 5-5. Then that's really not prime time material, bro.
I know. Well, you got to think they're looking at the Saints from like Drew Brees status. Now they're going into this
Ain't no
new
more
realm
Drew
era.
Brees.
I know. I know.
Sean Payton ain't no uh, guy from Boston. Not Boston, but you know what I mean. But anyway, Dolphins Giants. Pretty easy win for the Dolphins, man. Very easy. Take care of them 20-9. Um,
I know. Daniel Jones
Still
really
a little
hasn't.
bit more putting from Miami though. Putting the ball a lot.
No,
I
I think it
mean,
has to do more with their defense. That's what I'm saying. The offense really isn't firing all cylinders. It's been their defense that's been pushing them along.
yeah, but yeah, that's true. Because what Miami big plays, a 48-yard field goal, right?
Yeah.
Could have been their biggest
Yeah,
play.
that's a good highlight of your game.
Uh,
I mean, it is impressive. 48 yards is a substantial amount of distance, but
yeah,
still,
Bills fan just hating because we
it's all
lost
good.
and I'm salty.
Every time I think of Miami, I always think of Ace Ventura.
Right. um. There we go, people. Take a look at the scores. Um. Yeah. I mean, Tua. Tua looks okay. I mean,
He's a first year
what
quarterback.
do you what? If I could talk like an adult,
What do you think?
what do you think about Tua Tagovailoa?
Oh man, I'm not a big fan of him. I don't know if it's like a pet peeve because I think Fitzpatrick should have had his heyday last year, and they stole
Dude,
it
you are
from him.
such a Fitzpatrick like.
I'm just saying he's the best
No,
journeyman there ever will be.
he's the
He's a
best
he's a
backup
G.
quarterback. Not
I
not
mean,
even backup
no,
quarterback, dude.
he's a starting
Because he
quarterback,
moves
but he
around too
needs
much to be a
yeah.
backup quarterback. He's the third guy.
No, he's the number one journeyman ever. That's all we need to say about Fitzbeard. But
Uh,
I think they brought him out too early. That being said, this is his first full season. He's struggled. Who does he have to throw to though? Really? Um, who's running the ball?
uh, well,
Is it
I
still
mean,
Gaskin? I think right.
dude, I I want to hate Gaskins so much. I want to hate
Yeah,
on him so much, but he is their premier back. I don't think he's that good. I really
yeah,
don't. Even in this game against the Giants, uh, what he averaged, uh, maybe slightly over 3 yards to carry. Like he wasn't
yeah,
really effective, but I know, and I always go to the run game. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. 4th and 1, you go for it, run the ball up the effing middle.
yeah.
Let
You
the
know
man
all
do
about
the
that
work.
from this week, right?
You'll get that first down. You
That's
should.
true. That's
You
true.
should. So
But how
that's why
many
it's three
three
yards
yards
in a
can you
cloud
really
of
get?
dust.
Eventually you're gonna get tired. The game's gonna go on. You're not gonna get
Well,
those 3 yards if 3 yards is all you're getting. You know, and if you're constantly running the ball, they know you're not gonna be able to. You're not throwing the ball, so they're gonna set their
true.
defense up to stop the run.
And glad you brought up throwing the ball. 30 for 41, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. The boy took care of the football.
All right, fair enough.
And I hate another quarterback in the NFC East taking care of the football.
I know. I know
because
you
that's
need
two now. And
shoot.
oh, we'll talk about this later. But my boy ain't taking care of the football,
I know. I think he fumbled it this week.
dude. You think or you
I know.
know,
I
and
know.
uh, right.
I know. But it's
I
all good.
mean,
Hey,
yeah,
hey, I,
my
I got a stat for him though. You're gonna like later.
cool. Waddle, he's proven to be a decent target for him. There, he's not a number one wide receiver. The number one wide receiver should be Devontae Parker.
Okay, yeah, definitely. He's
His
always
defense,
struggled though. He's a hit and miss kind of
yeah,
guy, which is
he caught all
unfortunate.
five balls thrown to him.
You got to think
So,
if you can't catch the balls from Aaron Rodgers, are you gonna catch it from Tua?
well, he caught them all.
Okay,
62,
fine,
62
fine, fair
yards,
enough.
man, on
I'll
five
I'll eat I'll eat the
catches.
crow.
Really, really, really good.
Okay.
Jaden Waddle, well, I mean, Cooper Cup is a poor man's Cooper Cup. So what's Jalen Waddle?
Cooper Cup's like an elite wide receiver. Can we just
Yeah,
say
but
that now? Okay.
well, no, nobody will. Well, we'll get the Cooper Cup later, man. Trust me, everybody. We're gonna get the Cooper Cup later because love me some Cooper Cup.
Gosh, he's good.
But Jalen Waddle, we're talking 11 targets, 9 catches, or yeah, 9 catches, 90 yards. Like very, very productive. And
That
I
is
don't
good.
even know if Waddle is a number two wide receiver. He's not. He's a three. He's a Cooper Cup.
Cooper Cup is not a third wide
Yes, he
receiver. He's a
is.
number one
Oh
wide
my,
receiver.
dude,
Yes, he
we
is.
let's do this in the
Okay.
Ram bit, okay?
All right, man.
We're not doing
All
this
right.
during the Giants and Dolphins.
Oh, we know it's the truth, though.
Well, come on, man. You know what
All
I'm
right.
saying?
Okay. I don't.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah, but
But I know what you're saying.
this game, Giants were like they were bad.
Yeah.
That team is so bad. They have a lot of work to do.
What do you think their
So,
number one priority is?
uh, jeez, man. You know,
Because Saquon's
I
still running the ball for him, correct? And he just doesn't seem to be going
Saquon,
anywhere.
I want to say, and my dad can correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say this is his third game back.
Okay. Okay.
But I mean, he it's not like they need to instill him a bit. Saquon is going to be an elite running back.
I hope so. I
He
mean,
is
for
an
his
elite
sake.
running back. They gave him the ball 11 times, so they didn't give him a really high level load.
Do you really think
Which
he's an elite running back?
yes,
Really? Okay.
dude,
All right.
I've seen Saquon Barkley run in college. I've seen Saquon Barkley run in high school. I know they're different levels
Totally
of
different
the
ball game.
game, but he was so far above the level in high school. I thought he was so far above the level when he was in college football. I do think Saquon Barkley is an elite running back. What we may have not known is we we have injury issues.
Yeah, that does seem to be his downfall. He's got
And
major injury issues.
how many running backs has injuries ruined over
Too many to count.
a lot? Adrian
You
Peterson
know,
probably is the most
dude. But he came
the
back and had his
biggest
best
one.
season.
Dude, he tore his ACL or
Yeah.
what? Yeah, ACL, and then like he came back like so quick. It's like wow,
Yeah. And then he was on the
science,
cover of Madden the year after
dude.
that.
Oh, that's not bad curse, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Um, uh, I don't think there's anything here. I saw nothing. Except for hey, um,
Houston
Taylor is a
sucks.
really good running back.
Yeah, he
Colts
is.
Colts go to 7-6. They
Yeah.
beat Houston 31-0.
Yeah.
Houston falls to 2-10. And yes, I'm still going to say what I just said. The Giants are worse than Houston.
Really?
The
Last week you said
Giants are
Houston was the worst
bad.
team.
I change. It, it's a
I
toss
was
up
on your
between
ship
Detroit,
too after I watched that game.
Houston,
I was like,
and New York.
Britt was right.
Houston's bad,
Bad. Yeah.
but okay, maybe I would say the Giants are the most unimpressive
Okay.
team because there might be a little bit difference between who's the worst and who's the most unimpressive.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the wow, yeah, but yeah, the Texans are bad. I mean, and then little caveat here: the Colts haven't have a shutout since 1992, Week 14.
Nice. The Colts are playing really well this year.
uh, 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 uh,
I mean, Taylor's like he's got to be
I
close to number
guess,
one running back
I
in the
guess
league
you
right
could
now.
say that. Hey, yeah, but Barry Sanders was also really, really good. But how many playoff games did he play?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I agree. Taylor is a great running back. I mean, it doesn't mean the Colts are having a great season, man. They're sitting at
Yeah, their
7-6.
defense has gotten several pick sixes this year. You know, they're
I'm
throwing
not
the
saying
ball.
there's
All
not
right.
bright spots, man. They're like they're not the
Are they?
worst
Yeah.
team,
Okay.
but they're. I mean, look where they're sitting. It's a
I-
hard task to make the playoffs when you're sitting in that division
That's true.
because you know one of the wild cards is coming from the AFC North. You know 100%, and we'll get to that game here in a minute. Possibly, well, what we thought it didn't turn out this year. We thought maybe two would come from the AFC North, but one of them is just falling apart.
Yeah.
So you're looking at wild card. They're not good enough for a wild card even.
A wild card. I don't know. I don't know.
They're not.
We'll have to see.
Well, we do have that added wild card,
We have that one extra
which
week.
I think is stupid. You care about player safety, right? So not only did you add that third wild card in, now we have week 18,
Because it made them more
which
money last
which
year.
is an extra. So they,
They don't care about player safety. Oh my
I
gosh,
didn't
it's gonna
say
lie.
I didn't say it. NFL people, that wasn't came for me. That was that man right here.
No,
Um,
they make them.
Texas. Go to Texas. You'll find him.
Jerry
Maybe,
Jones got my
maybe
back.
not. Jerry Jones got your back. Jerry Jones runs the NFL, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried.
Oh man, that's great. This next game, whoa, down wire. In fact, so down to the wire. The last play of the game is it. They don't even have to take the PAT. Lions
Oh
29
yeah.
over the Vikings 7. The Lions
Heck yeah.
mess up their perfect season, man.
I
Like
know.
I was so disappointed. I'm watching that ball, go, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh crap, he gonna catch this.
I know. The
What
crowd
are you doing?
erupted.
This was a good play call. Um, but this game, I mean, I didn't have much hopes for this game. I thought this game would have been one of the worst coming out. And it started off like, okay, this game was going to be very bad.
It got on. It was pretty good. I
But
mean, it
yeah,
was a nail
Detroit
biter.
blew up in the
Yeah.
second quarter.
They
Dude,
didn't want to lose.
man, they
Yeah.
blew up. They had a really, really good second quarter.
Well,
Um,
I'm just happy for them. I mean, I don't think it's gonna change their draft position any, but it's good to
No.
get one on the books just for their sake. Maybe is
Yeah.
it gonna be a turnaround? I doubt it. But I think that it's good for morale moving forward because after you lose Stafford and then Stafford's just kind of like balling out right now, or not balling out, being more like the Stafford everybody
You
said he
didn't
was gonna
lose
be.
Stafford. You traded him for Jared Goff.
Well, whatever you
That's
want to
what
call it.
happened.
I know, which was the dumbest thing he could have done. But honestly, I think that Stafford was kind of stagnating right there in that kind of in that and on that team, I should say. But because everybody, his first couple of years, everybody was like, "Man, he's going to be an elite quarterback every
Hmm.
year," and he wasn't getting there. And look at him now; he's doing a little bit better. The team's doing worse, so you definitely knew it was Stafford that was holding that team together a little bit.
Yeah, very much so. Um, the thing for Detroit, they're they're gonna miss Swift.
Yeah.
Miss
Oh yeah.
that dynamic running game. I mean, I won't put him up there elite elite status. And credit to Williams, man. He did his bit and he picked up. He had a good day. There wasn't much more you could ask for him. The stat line is not impressive, but it's only not impressive from a fantasy football standpoint. You're talking about secondary running back, 17 carries, 71 yards. Like,
You know who I miss hearing from? Marvin Jones, right?
Marvin Jones,
Gosh,
man.
what
God,
happened to
I
that
hated
cat?
that dude. I was like, Marvin Jones, not a bum, but I'm like, Marvin Jones, Marvin Jones.
He had his little sections there for he was balling out.
Oh, dude. Yeah, he wasn't. Um, right. Yeah, so that game goes back like that game to the wire. That game was a little bit insane, especially the what after halftime. You're you had the first drive with Detroit being a punt, so you're like, oh, okay, this is how this is gonna go. But then you're talking about field goals, exchange and field goals and touchdowns. I mean, Detroit almost blew this game.
They did. They did. It
Dude,
went
they
back
had
and
this
forth there
game in
in that fourth
control at
quarter.
halftime, and they they almost freaking blew it. But game winning 11-yard touchdown reception is time expires it
It was
home
right
at
there, man.
home.
I know.
So
I know.
you know
That was like a
it
highlight reel kind of like play right there.
right.
It hit zero and he caught that ball.
It really was, man. Um, Jets fall to 3-9. They lose to the Eagles to go to 6-7, 33-18. Um, this game actually has zero consequence. I don't know about you, but like nothing really stood out to me except for, hey, wow, the Jets scored 12 points in a single quarter.
I
But
I like when the
but
Jets
then it
win.
gets totally flipped around, and in the second quarter, Philly went off and scored 17. So it's like, oh, okay, never mind. And then the Jets had nothing in the second half, just
Yeah.
nothing. Everything they did first half.
I think the Eagles are a sneaky team. People take them for granted and think they're not somebody they need to worry about. And then I know it's the Jets, and I'm not trying to hate on the Jets. Respect for the
Right.
Jets. But it's just one of those teams that it kind of gets looked over, and then they come out with a win. You know, and Hertz is doing bad. I mean, he's staying pretty consistent. He isn't improving, but he's consistent.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we'll see what he has to offer, but yeah, I mean, one of those games. It it almost didn't matter what happened. Unlike this next game, Cardinals coming off a bye. No, uh,
No,
they go to 10-2, which
but it was
sick
Murray's and Hopkins' first game back.
sick impress.
You
Yep.
know, so that was
Uh,
cool.
they down the Bears. The Bears fall to 4-8. Cardinals win 33-22. Um, yeah, and you just took took the words right out of my mouth, man. Hey, yo, well, welcome back, D Hop and Kyle
I
Murray.
know, I know. Well, I mean, D Hop really wasn't like he didn't ball out. It was what he got two passes for. I believe it was what
He
32
got a
yards and a
touchdown.
touchdown. Yeah, I know, but
That's
you know,
what D Hop is
it
there
was
for.
yeah. Well, no, he's actually there for like a 70-yard touchdown. But what are
He's
you
not a
gonna?
big don't dude. You are not calling D Hop a big play wide receiver, and that's all
He
he
makes
has
big
in his
plays.
locker. Yeah, but it's not
No, I know. He
just
can.
you're looking for 101
Yeah, but he's like their
from
number
D
one.
Hop.
He's their number one, so you expect him to like ball out. But they had like eight different. They didn't. Not like they did have eight different receivers catch a ball. None of them went over 40 yards. So, it's getting passed around. I mean, Kyler Murray
That's
came
true. So
back.
we're hyping this Arizona win over Chicago a little bit too much.
No, they're the number one seed in all of NFL right now, so you can't really
No,
hype them up
right.
that much. I mean,
No,
even
right.
more than they already are.
No, I'm thinking. So what you're saying is you expected this win out
Well,
of Arizona to be a little bit more impressive,
um,
and you didn't find them as impressive as everybody's trying to make this game out to be.
I think it was more impressive that
Because that's kind of what I think too.
I
I
think
think
that
Chicago could have easily won this game.
oh, not me. I think that they were going to lose no matter what. I mean, even with Murray out, the Cardinals were still winning. Not the Bears. The Bears are good. I mean, but they're 4-8 right now. So how good are you when you're playing against a team that that's what they're undefeated, right? Or is it 10-2? 10-2 is what
Well,
Arizona is.
they were 9-2 going into the game.
Okay, so, but now they're 10-2.
Right.
But the strange thing was Kyler Murray only threw for 123 yards on 21 dropbacks. Yeah, he did get two touchdowns. Um, but he also got what was it? I believe it was two touchdowns on the ground too. So I mean
Right.
that's really
No,
impressive. Off 10 rushing
Kyler
attempts,
Murray,
59 yards.
Kyler Murray had himself a standout day. I mean, he did. He
Definitely,
wasn't impressive throwing the ball,
you could
which
tell he had a little bit of
I
a
I, I think if
getting
Arizona
back in the swing of
expects
things.
to go far, Kyler Murray will have to be more effective through the air, not on the ground. Um, but
But
the
yeah, no,
Cardinals aren't looking shabby at
they're
all.
not. Their
They
defense
keep
was
on
really good
winning.
too.
And
You
like
know,
we always say, I mean, first possession, they forced an interception,
I know. What was it like a
turned it into a
four
touchdown.
overall? Yeah, four
They turned it,
turnovers.
yeah.
Yeah.
And did they turn everyone into a
No,
touchdown?
I thought it was
The first two they turned into
first two
touchdowns.
into touchdowns, and they only allowed 4.5 yards per
Oh,
carry per
right.
play, I
Well,
should say.
yeah, because the fourth turnover was a turnover on downs at the end of the game.
Okay,
So
okay,
to say they didn't get any points off that turnover is a little harsh, I guess.
but hey,
No, they did. They 3 for 4. They turned all the turnovers into touchdowns.
wow, that's cool.
And then when they didn't, the game ended while they had the ball.
Okay,
Well, no, no, I'm sorry.
I thought it was the first two. In my,
I
I mean,
no,
that's
it
what I
was the
thought.
3 because yeah, yeah, it was the 3 because the Cardinals turned the ball over on downs, trying to run out the clock.
Oh, okay. Murray actually fumbled it twice, but they were able to recover it.
So you ignore it.
Yeah,
Nothing to
I
see
guess.
here. Move along.
Yeah, that didn't happen, yo.
Move
It's not gonna
along.
show up on my stat line.
It didn't. It was nice to see the Chargers kind
Yeah,
of get back on track. I guess it might be a moot point. Sorry, Charger fan. I had high
yeah,
hopes for you this year.
yeah.
I don't think
Uh,
it's coming. You did crush the Bengals though,
Okay,
forty-one
first of
twenty-two.
all, they could get a wild card. Okay,
You're
they're
right
doing
because they
good.
have that third stupid wild card.
They're doing good. All right, but actually, they kind
They've
of
fallen off.
that
They
was a
have
weird game.
fallen
That was a
off.
really weird game.
It really
Uh,
was, dude.
24 on answer. Okay, let's get back to before we get over there. What do you think about Connor, James Connor?
Uh, it's taken me a little while to get adjusted to him wearing a different uniform,
Right, that is weird.
but
Usually seeing him
um,
yellow and black.
when he was in that black and yellow,
Yeah,
hey, Connor was uh he
that
was
was probably his
fantasy
best
must
time, I
have,
think. Yeah.
but not I don't think not so much anymore. I don't know if it's the scheme or because things look differently, so
Well, he's sitting behind
we
Chase
kind of
Edmonds
view
right
things
now.
differently.
Yeah.
He wasn't horrible.
He got a touchdown, but through the air of all things. He
Yeah,
got stopped
I
multiple
mean,
times on the goal
if
goes.
total it wasn't horrible. He had over 100 yards and a
Yeah,
touchdown.
exactly. Yeah.
So, like, I mean,
Can't
he
hate
did.
on him, but
Yeah, exactly.
as a running back, you should be able to run the ball a little bit
Yeah,
better.
I would like to see more effectiveness
I mean, he got stopped
out of
twice on the 1 yard
the.
line.
But that is that his fault? Is that blocking scheme?
No,
I
I
guess.
mean, it's yes and no. I mean, I get it. If you're not getting the holes, you're not going to be able to run through them. But at the same time, there, I guess the chances are if you're getting handed the ball more, you should have a better chance of making it in. But it's easy to say that.
Right.
So
True. All
it
right.
is what it is.
Back to Chargers, Bengals. Sorry, Charger fan.
Oh, you didn't want to
Uh,
talk about the Bears? I'm just playing.
Up Bears. No, no, that game's wrapped up, man.
Hey, Andy Dalton though, right? Come on, the dude's still playing after 11 years. That's all I want
Dude,
to
Andy
say.
Dalton. Weird seeing him in a
I know, four
freaking Bears
turnovers.
uniform, dude.
That
Oh
was like
yeah,
his.
and he's like, ooh, I don't think he's very good. Well,
No,
we never thought he was very good,
there was that
but
1 year in Cincy. He could have almost done it, but then he hurt. He got hurt. But anyway,
yeah, yeah. So Bengals fall to the Chargers 41-22. Both
that was a
teams are
weird
now
game.
five and
Weird
seven.
game.
Right? Yeah.
Because I'm a Herbert
Charger
fan.
Charger defense did have 6 sacks.
Yes, they did.
Uh, but
That was good.
that's a very very good day out of them.
Yeah, they only what was it like? He only Burrow only had 2.61 seconds per pass attempt. That's pretty
Yeah,
good. That's
he
heavy defense.
did not have a lot of time, and I mean,
They jumped
I
out. I
mean,
think the
Burrow throws what he threw one pick.
two interceptions.
Oh yeah, Burrow threw two. I meant to
Herbert
say
threw one.
Herbert.
Yeah,
I meant to say Herbert.
but shoot, three
Chargers
passing
did have that
touchdowns.
fumble,
Yeah,
that
dude.
really good return.
Yeah, Eckler
Cincinnati.
was not playing like he should have. He was
Uh,
just. I don't know what was going on. Usually he's so solid, but he fumbled it twice.
yeah,
But he did have four forced missed tackles, which was the most of any player. So
right.
you gotta give him a little credit.
That's gonna build up your yak. I mean, it
Yeah,
is, and I mean, and, and they do score a touchdown off of that fumble, which Burrow ran in for the score. I mean, it looked come out of halftime too. Cincinnati gets a field goal,
I know it was like
so
what
it.
24-0, and then it was 22 unanswered points from the
Yeah,
Bengals.
yeah, I know. I was gonna say. I feel Charger fans heartbreaking. Like, oh damn,
Yeah,
this is our season, and the Chiefs started off so bad. Like if somebody else is gonna win,
Yeah,
like
they did.
it's gonna be the
Yeah,
Chargers, and then the Chargers just
they're
man,
only
dude,
one. Yeah, yeah, they're only one
they've been
loss,
very
one win behind.
unimpressive.
I I
Yeah, but that's
I'm
after
not going to
how
agree with
horrible.
that. I think they have been impressive for what they are. I think Herbert's really playing at a like a pro style level. I mean, the
Well,
cat's
he
really
is a
good.
pro. He should be performing at a pro
Yeah, but you see
style
these first
level,
year
bro.
quarterbacks coming in here. I
He's not
mean,
a first year.
I know this is his second year, but what I'm saying is you see these like he's still on his rookie contract to say the least. You see these guys that are really struggling. He's coming out of here and playing like he's a veteran.
Right. And I mean, he did have a really good day.
I
So
think yeah,
I don't mean
yeah,
to smash the guy or anything. He had a really good day. I at one point I did have him up possibly for offensive player of the year,
not anymore though.
if
Yeah,
not at least quarterback of the year.
yeah.
But I think that's going to end up going to a certain guy from a horrible team in the Northeast.
Something rhymes with like Ham Brady or something like that. No?
His
Oh, you
replacement,
you think Mac Jones really?
dude.
I mean, he torched this team this week. Okay,
Whoa,
I'm
oh,
just playing. He didn't torch
we're not to that game yet.
I
I
know it's
We're not to that
preemptive.
game yet.
Okay,
Preemptive strike.
yeah, drawing people's attention in, making them wait for it.
Yeah,
No, you know who? I think both running backs actually struggled, Mixon and Eckler, which was unfortunate because those are two of
I'm a good
my.
fan. I'm a big fan of both of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and
I do
I
like
just
Joe Mixon. I do
I
like
thought yeah.
Eckler. I think they're both very talented, good enough running backs. Like they're good
Yeah,
enough.
I know this isn't a fantasy show, but
Like
I'm loving them in fantasy this year.
if you have one of them as a running back, hey, if the difference between us currently and winning the Super Bowl, it's not our running back.
Yeah,
And I would go more so Eckler
yeah.
than Mixon. Mixon is good enough to be the running back on a Super Bowl caliber team.
Oh, definitely.
Eckler, I still have my reservations about Eckler being that kind of guy. But with neither of these teams, we're not talking about Super Bowls. So what does
You
it
never know. We
even
could be.
matter?
I mean, not for Cincy,
But
but you never
talking
know with the
about
Chargers.
Super Bowls, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go to 9-3 after they pretty much take
What do you
care
expect, man?
and kill any hopes of the Falcons of making the playoffs because
I mean,
Falcons are pretty
any
much
team that Matty
eliminated
Ice is
now.
on is never going to win a Super Bowl. We've seen that. You can be 27-0 in a Super
No,
Bowl.
we'll get there's a new Matty Ice.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's Matty
Jeez.
Stafford is the new Matty Ice.
Are you like, are you giving Rivian Stafford, or is that like they
No,
changed
no,
his nickname?
no. We call him Matty Ice because at one point Matt Ryan was a really good quarterback.
Yeah, I know. He got that huge contract, and then he just decided to lose the Super Bowl. I still
And
can't believe that.
Matthew Stafford is better than Matt Ryan, so you can't call him Matthew anymore.
Okay. Okay.
But anyway, Tampa Bay takes care. Tom Brady
What's new, right?
10-0 against Atlanta,
Yeah.
including a ridiculous, stupid comeback win in the Super Bowl that should have never happened.
He's never gonna live that down. I
I
mean,
hate you, Atlanta. I can't believe you
right?
threw that away.
That
Your
was their one
NFL
chance.
team, your college football team are garbage. Y'all choke. Atlanta's a city of chokers.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it was Tom Brady, but come on, 27 to
Come
0
on, dude.
going in the third
Please.
quarter. Come on. All you had to do is keep on
Detroit
scoring
finds a way
20.
to win that game.
Yeah, no, for real, for real.
I mean, it did start off pretty decently. I mean, Buccaneers score that touchdown right off the bat. with very impressive 15 play, 75-yard drive, which is Tom Brady-esque.
Yeah, of
I'm,
course.
I'm I'm gonna I'm
He always
gonna
turns
have
it
the
on at the end of
ball.
the season,
I'm gonna
dude.
run a whole bunch of plays, and I'm gonna take a third of the game clock away on this one, or of the quarter. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a third of this quarter away from you with one possession
He's thinking, man, I
and
can't
get a
wait to almost fall off
touchdown.
a boat again.
Yeah, Atlanta answers with a touchdown. Tampa
Yeah.
Bay touchdown. Then they exchange punts. But yeah, this was going to be Tampa Bay all the way. I don't think there's really any question. Tampa Bay is top
Yeah.
class. I
Definitely.
don't think they're the best team in the NFC, but you know
They're the
they
reigning
job
champions
done
right now, so we'll see how it
right,
goes. You never can take any team with Tom Brady out of the
right,
running, unfortunately.
and
Pretty much when
then
he retires and everybody else can start winning again. And like
right,
Matty Ice isn't going anywhere, so I don't have any hope for Atlanta. I mean,
right,
they gotta change something.
yeah. We got the Rams taking care of Jacksonville, which I don't think
It's nothing to write home
anybody
about.
would question. The game, I mean, at least for the Rams, like I think this was wonderful, a wonderful game for the Rams. They hit everything 100% on
They
this
definitely seem to
game.
be grooving a lot better together now. Stafford's
Right,
definitely
yeah.
getting into the scheme of things, and so I think everything is rolling a little bit
And
smoother.
I don't like the hate and the downtrodders about this Rams win,
More
talking about
smooth, excuse me.
Jacksonville. It's like, no, this is an Urban Meyer led Jacksonville team, and everybody thought Urban Meyer was going to be so good. Urban Meyer, going to go to NFL, going to be a great coach. Urban Meyer is not a good head coach, man. He's
They started off
not.
strong. They
And
started off decently.
they're 2-10.
Yeah, they won the first two
What are you
games.
talking about? Oh,
I said they started off strong.
okay.
Okay, I
Okay,
didn't
I
say
didn't
how
know
long it lasted.
the sample of starting off is 2 games.
No, man, their run game is garbage, man. I love
But
Robinson, but like I don't know what's going on there.
yeah, but I mean Stafford had a really, really good day. 26 for 38, 295, 3 touchdowns.
Dude's got a cannon.
0 picks.
Yeah.
That's what Matty, Matty Stafford needs to do, man. You could be the new Matty Ice. I'm telling you, take care of that
Can we
football.
call him Stone Cold Matt Stafford instead of Matty Ice?
I don't know. I don't think I have final say on what we call him.
Okay.
I'm just trying to,
We're gonna
hashtag new Matty
we're gonna
Ice.
poll it and then send it to
Yeah.
Sony Michelle and demand it.
uh, Sony Michelle had a day,
He's doing good. Yeah. I
really
mean,
good
yeah.
day. And of course, the most underrated wide receiver in
Ever
the
in the
history
history.
of the game. 10 targets, 8 catches,
Gosh, he's so
129
good.
yards with a touchdown. I love me some Cooper Cup.
Dude, I don't know why they're not triple teaming
Dude,
him. I mean, for real, the dude's good. Every time he looks at the ball, it just goes, it's like glued
right?
into his hands.
And I mean, Odell, 2 catches, 28 yards, and a touchdown.
That's
So
cool for him.
they had everything going.
Are
Very,
you trying to
very
tell me that Beckham is their number one? Because
no.
you said okay. Because earlier you were saying that Cooper Cup
Cooper
was
Cup
wide
is the
receiver
number 3
three.
wide receiver. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Cooper
he's
Cup's a
not.
wide receiver 3. Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's a wide
In
receiver 3.
their scheme, he's
He
their
is
wide
a wide
receiver
receiver
three.
3. He's a wide receiver 3.
Like in general or in their
Dude,
scheme?
he is a wide receiver 3.
No, he's
He is
not.
a dude,
Whatever you want to call it.
he is
I don't
a
care what
slot.
positions
He's a
receiver he
slot wide
plays.
receiver.
He's
He
their
is
number
slot a
one
wide
threat.
receiver 1. I'm
He's
sorry.
the number one threat. He is.
Cooper Cup is not a number 1 wide receiver.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you were
It,
saying, Britt.
he's the most efficient wide receiver in the game. If I
Yeah.
was drafted and the number 1 wide receiver I want is Cooper Cup, That does not make him a number one wide receiver.
Okay,
He's a number three.
if you say so, I believe
He-
you. I'm
Dude,
taking your word for it. I'm looking
he
at you and
is.
saying, yes, Fred, I
He
understand
is.
what you're saying.
He's the number three wide receiver. When you look at
Okay,
schemes and everything, everybody gonna tell you number three wide receiver. Um,
but he's the number one threat.
yes,
Okay.
difference, huge difference, but
Yeah,
huge,
okay, I
huge.
feel you. I feel what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but he gets
Uh,
far less credit than
uh,
he deserves. That's all I know.
Kurt, we'll both agree on that. He really really does, man. Washington football team, they go to
McLaurin's back.
6-6.
Yeah.
The the Raiders fall to 6-6 after a 17-15 win by Washington. I mean,
I think both teams are.
this
I think,
was what it was. I thought it
yeah.
was going to be really tight, really close. Ends up coming to go ahead field goal with 37 seconds left in the game. Not to take anything away from the kick, it was almost a 50-yarder. Very, very good kick. That's what this game was going to come down to. Who won was the debate, and that's what gambling and the bookies are for. But
Shoot, they live
nothing
in a
came
perfect
out to
time for that.
me. Anything for you from that
I
game?
wasn't super excited. I was just kind of glad. I know I've said this twice already, but I was glad to see McLaurin was back. I think the guy.
McClure, yeah,
I
yeah,
think he's a good wide receiver. As far as the team, I think he could do a lot better on a different team. But I think what this is this his third year or is this his fourth year? I want to say this is the end of his third year, so maybe he'll sign with a different
I want to
team.
go with
Yeah, I think this will be
third
the
year.
last year in his rookie contract. So maybe he can get to another team. Has a little more structure, doing
Right.
something for themselves. Because I'm not hating on. Man, it's hard not calling them their old name. The Washington football team. Uh, you know, um,
Yeah.
isn't isn't anything to write home about, and they haven't been for a very long time.
No. Yeah. That's very true. They're still in search of a. Well, the list is pretty long.
Pretty long, extensive.
Uh,
Gibson
no, I
was
guess
doing all right. I mean, he's trying to get there. He's starting to move a little bit. I think the beginning of the season he was a little bit strong, a little more
right.
strong. And so and so now he's just kind of slipping away. I know he did get injured for that game or two, and I know that does affect the especially running backs. You're
Right.
getting hit all the time, so that does come to a factor. But he's just it seems like he's kind of stalled out. I don't want to say he's become stagnant, but he's definitely not moving the ball like he was.
Correct. Yeah. And you know
It takes a
that
running back to win games. As much as I like wide
it,
receivers,
it
that's just the
really
bottom
does.
line.
Right. Ravens travel to Pittsburgh. Very, very tight
Dude, that's just like a
game.
slap in the forehead ending.
Steelers go to 6-5-1. They beat the
Yeah,
Ravens, who fall to 8-4, 20-19. This game, this is your typical AFC North battle right here. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be.
they
And
always, yeah. I mean, they always
it's
really
no
do put on a good
secret,
game.
I am not a fan of John Harbaugh. I think his coaching decisions
You and all
are
the Ravens organization at
skeptic,
this point.
at best. You're on the road in
Oh man.
Pittsburgh, man. You have an opportunity to get a win on the road at Heinz Field. You tie the game, or you're in a position to tie the game at the end. And what do?
I think I want to go for two.
Dude,
Oh
like, are
man.
you kidding me?
Yeah, I know.
Kick
I
the
know.
freaking extra point. Take this game into overtime.
I think that had to do with pride and rivalry because those two teams
No,
have the
no,
word.
no.
I
This
mean,
had
why would else
everything
would
to
you
do
make
with
that
John
call?
Harbaugh. Horrible coaching decision. This guy should have been gone a while ago. I'm not even a fan. I don't even care one bit. and I'm calling for his head.
Well,
Like
maybe this call was from upstairs, but I doubt it. I think he made the call, and I think he's going to probably suffer for that as time moves forward.
he has to, because he can't keep on getting away with this play calling of his. This happened a couple weeks ago. It happened a week prior to that too, where he made some questionable fourth downs, going for it on fourth down. And it's like, well, if he makes it, he's a genius, and if he doesn't, he's an idiot. Well,
No, you're
I'm
right.
sorry. Everybody wants to be all about stats, then, right? Well, then John Harbaugh's an idiot. Then
Yeah, well,
it's
I mean,
harsh. I know
it's
it's harsh, but you these are horrible play calling decisions. And yes, I know they're only horrible because they didn't work. And if they
it's
all
true.
worked,
If
he'd
it worked,
be
he would have
Bill
been a genius.
Belichick. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
You know
I
what? If
personally
I
wouldn't
had
have done that.
wheels, I'd be a wagon.
Yeah.
So where are we?
But on a lighter note, like, big shout out to Big Ben. You know, he's had a seven, what was it, seven turnover worthy plays in the two previous games before that, and he only had one in this last game. So that was
Yeah,
pretty good. I'd like to see he's doing better. And his play action was on fire. 7 of 9 for 129 and one touchdown.
yeah.
So, you know, that's good to
And,
see. I mean,
and also on the other side, been critical of Lamar Jackson as of late. I mean, he still threw a pick, he
he
still
did.
gave the ball
He
away,
did.
but as a fan of the team I'm a fan of, I really can't,
I
you
think he should have
know,
done a little bit better, Jackson. You know, I mean, he threw the ball
get
37 times, 23 of them connected, and he only made, what was it, 253 and a touchdown. I mean, so that's
throw the ball 37
that's
times.
14 times that you
If we're
could
going
have.
to
I
put
mean,
Lamar Jackson in a certain category, you
yeah,
expect a little bit more than 253 and one.
definitely,
Like,
definitely.
you,
No,
you
no,
really
for sure,
do.
for sure, for sure.
But I mean, I don't know what this game really doesn't. Even though Pittsburgh won, I this did nothing to the division.
No,
This is still the
no, you're
Ravens
right. It's
division.
still
I
the
know there's
Ravens
still 6
division,
games
but
left, but it looks
still.
like the Ravens are the clear team in
No,
this
they're like what?
division.
The
The
2 wins
Steelers
above
are going to
their.
have to fight for a wild card.
Yeah, I don't know if they're even gonna get a wild card, truthfully.
Do right. Um,
Unfortunately,
and then real quick, Seahawks beat the 49ers 30-23. Um, this eliminates San Francisco, right?
I
San
think so.
Francisco's season's over. I
So
don't think they can make a wild card.
I
They
know. Since I don't know, I just
49ers fall to 6-6. This win for the Seahawks is nothing but pride. We're
yeah.
both on record as saying Wilson or oh dude, Carroll, one of them will be gone for
And I
sure next year anyway.
I don't think it'll be Wilson.
Who
I
it'll
don't
be will
I
be
don't know. I can't say for
argued
sure, but
about, but they won't be together next year. Inconsequential game, really, except for this eliminates the 49ers. Uh, Chiefs Broncos. Chiefs get back on track. Just thrash the Broncos 22
yeah,
to
I
9.
thought the Broncos put up a little bit better fight than that. I mean, they're
No, no. Chiefs 8-4. Broncos 6-6.
it's not like the Chiefs have been balling out this year.
No,
Okay,
dude, no, they haven't.
they
I mean,
struggled and then they've come back and won some, but
right. Yeah. So good job on the Chiefs. And then Monday Night Football, man.
this is a game I've been waiting to
Monday
talk
Night
about.
Football, dude. The that team from Boston, they get to travel to the only team in the NFL that plays in New York,
That's not
and
true,
yeah,
but what?
Johnson Jets play in Jersey, dude.
Okay, whatever.
uh,
Technically, I guess that is true.
Yeah, but oh, dude, this game pissed me off so much. Sean McDermott, I'm starting to have my questions about him. I, I, I'm, I'm not happy about this game. The Patriots did nothing. The Patriots did nothing in this
They put.
game.
I mean, they won.
Nothing. Yeah, they won, which is sad on our part.
No, it was like 46 plays on the ground, three in the air. But
The
I mean,
three
that
passing
game
plays,
was
three
windy. I mean,
passing
that first
plays,
kickoff
man.
went into the in and went into the crowd.
The
It was
game that
bad.
killed it was at 68 yards, I think it
It was
was.
64 yards right up the middle.
64 yards right up the middle. And
Dude, I
the,
know.
the
Damon Harris was
man,
on fire.
the man who was supposed to make that tackle
Yeah.
over pursues the whole flow of the play, and he hits that little cutback, and though you see those blockers come across, and then he runs that way, and I'm just like,
The dude's
crap.
good. I mean,
And
10.
he just boom. It
Yeah.
wasn't him. He didn't do nothing. All he did was pick up the ball and run.
Oh, it don't matter. I mean,
He
it
got that
takes
touchdown
effort to
because
run.
we
Okay.
over pursued.
10 attempts,
We over.
111 yards. Okay. One rushing touchdown. And then he didn't even play the second half. And he still all Stevenson. Who touched the ball? What did he touch the ball? 24 times. That's 14 times. I mean, yeah, 14 more touches. Okay. He
Yeah.
only made 78 yards. Okay.
Oh man, not happy.
So
Not
what does that
happy
say?
about
It
this.
could have been worse.
This says no,
If
no,
Harris would have stayed in the game.
dude. Uh, we we Bills Mafia. we we got work to do. We just hit that film room, man. We got to clean up some stuff. We need to pursue the ball quicker, better, not overrun it. We need to run block better. We need Mr. Sean McDermott, bro. You need to. The blocking schemes aren't working, brother. We can't run the ball. We if Josh Allen isn't effective, we're doing nothing, man. We're
Yeah,
doing
no.
nothing, and
What was
it's
it? Moss and Singletary only put up what 57 yards
dude.
on 18 carries combined.
I'm glad I
That's
took Moss out of my fantasy lineup, man. I
hey,
thought,
but to give you guys some love, Josh Allen is the first quarterback in league history in his first 50 games to throw for over 11,000 yards, run for over 1,700 yards, and have more than 100 touchdowns. So at least you got a cat that can do some stuff. He really is. He really is a good quarterback. He's is if he keeps going on this, he's going to be considered great.
dude,
It's
he's
just
really good. I'm a big
you
fan of
guys
him. I
do
really
not
like
have a
him.
run game. You have not had a run game for
I
so
know,
long.
dude.
I
I'm
mean,
already on the record
LaShawn
going
McCoy
through all
was
this.
maybe,
Oh, dude, if we
maybe
had LaShawn McCoy right now, things would be totally different. I mean, not LaShawn McCoy
the
of
old,
today,
yeah, the
LaShawn
old
McCoy of
McCoy
when
from
we
back in the
had
day.
him. If we
Yeah,
put him on this team, we're good.
yeah,
But yeah, there's week 13. I mean, this we got 6 games left. Things are shaping up. I think probably the point. I think next week we might not go in depth with some of the games. I want to let's do a little uh lineup of how the conferences fill out, who we think will get the bye, who we think the division winners will be, who gonna get them precious wild card games. So uh, just for fans of particular teams, if we don't focus on your game enough next week, don't add us or anything. Like we want to get into some prediction how we think the playoffs are going to be because we're getting to that time in the NFL, man. Where like we're realizing what we thought at the beginning of the year, and some of the things may not be turning out that way. But so it might not be so much games, a little bit of actually what me and Donnie think of how the season, because I want to just cover the games, just unbiasedly.
You'll
Uh,
get there one day.
talk about talk about the football games. But once again, I want to thank everybody uh, who's watching, who has looking at the stream and checking it out. Thank you guys. Like the videos if you like the content, man, or if you don't, just watch it. We get credit for watching it. Watch it and hate. I don't care. You still watched, so that's still thumbs up to me. So, um, if you're a fan of European football, of course, I'm broadcasting through with FTB Sport. Big European football. If you're fans of club, there's a channel for you to watch. You know, FTB football puts out really good content. So, if you're a fan of all that, check them out. Really appreciate it. Like I said, thank you for liking. Thank you for watching the videos. Donnie, again, my friend, I want to thank you for, being a part, co-hosting this with me.
Well, thank you,
It's,
Britt. I
it's
appreciate
always great
you having
to,
me on, man. It means a lot. It really
always
does.
great to chat some football. And, once again, everybody, thank you. Thank you so much for joining for another week of Through the Table. Everybody have a great week, and
Y'all
we'll
have a
see
good
you
one.
next week. Take care.